Okay, it looks like we have officially hit 10 o'clock, which means we can get started on our break tonight. I don't know if any of you have been watching Thursday Night Football, but man, like Jared Goff, okay. Obviously, we knew he'd been playing well, but he played really quite a bit better than I thought he was going to in the first half. And Cooper Kupp has looked really good, of course, all year, too. So I had a chance to see him in action a little more tonight as well. So I don't know. I think the Rams might win that one. As much as I like the Vikings, because, my friend's cousin plays on the team, Rams look good tonight. So there you go. We have got a few things to open tonight. And of course, we always start off with a little information before we get into that. But the things we're going to be opening, of course, are the Autograph Multisport program and the case of Spectra football. Actually, NT baseball comes first. So it will technically be the Autograph program, then the case of National Treasures baseball, then the case of Spectra football. I said it slightly out of order there, didn't I? All right, so let's get started on all the info that we have to go over. So I'm opening this up tonight. It's a direct break if you guys are interested in it. This doesn't come out until Wednesday, so we're starting a few days in advance, hoping that we get it filled up and we can break it on release day. It is a case of 2018 Flawless Collegiate Football, and it's a random team break. And the break bonus is an autographed Saquon Barkley football jersey. So that's going to be awarded to one team by way of random. It's $85 a spot, shipping costs included, all in. If we get it sold in time, we'll break it on release day, probably in the afternoon or early evening. If we don't have it sold in time, we'll break it when we fill it. If you pull nothing, you get nothing in that one. No consolation cards on it. And of course, it's a no return, no refund item. If anybody wants in on this, you can send me a message by eBay, or you can send me a message to Leader of the Pack Breaks with an S on the end, leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com, either or. The other thing we've been working on, that is actually, we didn't fill it by that date. That was like a week ago, so we can just take care of that. I don't know why I keep forgetting to take that out of there. This is that case of Opulence basketball. We're getting closer to getting this filled, guys. It's a hits draft. Everybody in it is guaranteed to get something. So we've got 21 hits in the case. And then, of course, one of the spots will get all of the base cards and the numbered base cards, which actually gives us 22 draft positions. $135 a spot, all in, shipping costs included. Of course, it says if you pull nothing, you get nothing. But this being a hits draft, every bidding spot is guaranteed to get something. So we have 15 filled. We have 7 to go. All right. If you're interested in this, same deal. Hit me up in eBay messages and or shoot me a message to leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com. And of course, you guys, the very high-end Opulence, if you're not familiar with it, it's a new basketball product this year. It's, clocking at about $3,500 a case. Of course, I pre-ordered it, so I got it for a little less, hence our buy-in is a little lower. All right, guys, moving on to our regularly scheduled programming. So feedback, it is completely automated on eBay, and I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me, at least for that, right? So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get it in return, thanks to the wonders of automation. And of course, the other part of the message on that page is a big thank you, because I do appreciate you bidding and breaking and chatting and hanging out with me and keeping me up to date on scores and all that other interesting stuff. These are breaks that are already listed on eBay. So not the breaks we just looked at for Opulence and Flawless. Those are direct breaks, not listed on eBay. So we're doing all the sales of those through email and chat. These that we're looking at right now, these breaks are listed on eBay. So this is stuff that you can bid on right now that we're going to be breaking over the next few days. So tomorrow night is a half case of autographed baseball jerseys, a half case of mini football helmets, a fourth and final case of XR football, and a second case of Chrome baseball. On Saturday, we got all kinds of stuff going on Saturday. It's going to be a three-peat basketball box, a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys. We're going to do a third of a case of Luminaries baseball, a half case of Bowman High Tech, and a half case of Leaf Trinity football. All of those, Luminaries High Tech and Trinity, those are all loose boxes that were sent to me because I didn't get a full case from some distributor or another. So they're all loose boxes that they sent me that equal those quantities. So that's how that works. And then we're going to do a Chrome football mixer. It's going to be a 6-box mixer, 2 boxes from 2013, 2 from 14, and 2 from 15. On Sunday, note that we have an early 9:30 start time, a little earlier than normal. We'll break a multi-sport autograph jersey. We're going to break a half case of basketball jerseys, right? Those just came out recently, this week actually, from Gold Rush. And we've had pretty good luck in the past with autographed basketball jerseys from Gold Rush. So we're going to crack out a half case and see how it goes. We'll also open a Series 20 autographed baseball bat and a half case of Heritage High Number, which is the back half of the case we started this past weekend. Monday night, it's mini helmets again, a triple play baseball box, a third case of National Treasures baseball on Monday night, and a third case of Bowman Chrome on Monday as well. Tuesday night, we'll open another half case of baseball jerseys, a 6th case of Bowman High Tech, that one will be a full case, and a 4th case of Bowman Chrome. And Wednesday next week is going to be crazy. We're going to have all kinds of new release stuff coming out there. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun week ahead. Here's the order we're breaking in tonight. It is the multi-sport program, followed by National Treasures Baseball, and finally Spectra Football. The free shipping break, which is the program, I'm anticipating, okay, I projected it to go out Wednesday, but realistically, guys, it's one program. I'm almost certainly going to get that out to you faster. But, I like to keep it in, in my little line there. So plan on Wednesday, and you'll be happily surprised if I get it out sooner. NT Baseball and Spectra Football, I'm projecting to get out the door on Monday. I think there's a reasonable possibility I can get it to you faster than that, but Monday would be the latest on those. In any of the breaks tonight, if you do not hit and your team is not pulled, you get nothing at all, not a base card, not a single thing, you are still entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year and any series. If it is a paid shipping break that you're in, which is NT and Spectra, your consolation card will be shipped out with the rest of the break. If you're in the free shipping break, which is the autograph program, typically I hold your consolation card until the next time you have a package heading your way, and then I just gather up any that you're due and send them all out at once. I do track that for rolling 90 days. If you're in that free shipping break and you don't want to wait, you want it sent right now, hit me up, let me know, we'll get you taken care of. So first up is a box of 2018 Hit Parade Multisport Autograph Program, break number 3. That's quite a mouthful. And of course, the spots were sold by the first letter of the last name. Our eBay end date is tonight, Thursday night, the 27th of September. And of course, you have your team positions, or in this case, the first letter of the last name positions on the left-hand side. Winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. Last name I didn't sell. That is designated there by no bids buyback. Everything else is exactly as you would expect it to be. And of course, the spreadsheet will go up again before the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, you'll see your name up there in lights shortly. And last but not least, if my mouse would cooperate with me, I'm going to change the focus here. Maybe. There we go. Because I don't like using autofocus. And this way, we don't have to. We don't have all that pesky zooming in and out. All right, who is in chat tonight? Jay Allen is here. Greg's here. Ray Lynn is here. Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas. Haven't seen you in a while either. Actually, haven't seen Ray Lynn in here in a while. Chad, you are asking if there are interesting spots open tonight. Chad, I think we're in pretty good shape. I believe everything is pretty much paid. I'll take another quick glance before we hit NT and Spectra to make sure. But I think we're in pretty good shape tonight. Marty, you want to find something good in National Treasures. We're going to see if we can handle that for you. Greg, yeah, again, I'm thinking that everything is taken care of, Greg, but we're going to find out here shortly. Chad, you want an opulent spot? Oh, Chad, that would make me so happy. I want to fill that breakup so badly because I am dying to get in there. Just dying to get in there. What is going on right now with my camera? Why is the light all of a sudden? Hang on a second. Oh, must be whatever it's looking at here. Okay, so this is JSA Authenticated. It is a Super Bowl program, baby. Who is that signed by? Oh my gosh, can anybody read that? Who is that signed by? Oh my gosh, I can't read that. Signature. Okay, so it's a Super Bowl program signed by somebody. Is it going to tell us? We're going to have to look this up, aren't we? Yeah, I'm going to go to the JSA website and I'm going to type in this little authentication code there. And we're going to have to look that up because I can't read the signature. So hold on for a hot second here, please. SpenceLOA.com. Let's go there and let's look this up because I don't know the answer to it, but we're about to find out. And right now, I cannot see chat. So if you guys are telling me something interesting in there, I can't see it at the moment because I am using the iPad to try to go to the website so we can enter this code and find out who in the world signed this thing, because I don't know. That says U88-435. Okay. U88-435. Where is the thing? Submit my item. Verify something. Help me out here, people. Oh my gosh. What is this? Well, their website is not really making my life very easy right now. I just want to know how to do this. There we go. Good grief. Thank you, Spence. Whatever. U88-435. You like the way I talk to myself while I do that? Technically, I'm talking to you, though, right? So, is that a little less on the crazy side? All right, verify. Bring this up, please. Terrell Davis, or Terrell or Terrell, whichever you say it, Davis. That's whose signature that is on the Super Bowl program. So never would have figured that out from it. Thank you, Spence website, for telling us. And so that goes to bidding position D on our Super Bowl program. And I just want to make sure that there's not something else behind it because, I mean, I think that's just a backing board, but let's just check it out, all right? Because I don't know. I want to make sure that that's all it is and not anything else. It feels like just a backing board, but okay, yeah, it is. There you go. Yeah, it is. It's just a plain white backing board. All right, so Terrell Davis, bidding position, letter D. That took up forever, didn't it, to do something that simple? Because I had to go look it up. But there's our program anyway. So, okay. Marty, you said, oh, look at you, Gina. You about had it right. You guessed Terrell Owens, and Timothy did guess it right as Terrell Davis. Nice job, guys. I'm like pretty impressed that you all could figure that out because I couldn't read it at all. All right, we are rolling into some National Treasures baseball. Marty says he has not seen a single Acuna come out of NT baseball. So that means he's due then, right, Marty? It means it's time for us to find him tonight for you. That's what I'm thinking. If you did not see this a moment ago, if you tuned in late or, you know, whatever, you were watching the football game or something, take a look up there, please, because it is information you need to know about your anticipated shipping date and about consolation cards if your team is not pulled. We're heading into a 4-box case of 2018 National Treasures baseball. It is a full case break, and break number 2 just came out last night. And, of course, it ended tonight, Thursday night, the 27th. And I don't know, frankly, why I didn't have more of it breaking over the weekend, but apparently, I don't know, I had some kind of something else in my head. And so we're going to break it tonight, and then apparently we're not breaking it again until Monday night because I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't list it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Because we do have plenty more, but I don't know. I guess I was slacking or something. Something was going on. Well, I mean, I guess not totally slacking because we got plenty of stuff to open, but yet somehow I didn't get enough NT baseball plugged in, did I? Oh, well, it'll just give us more to open next week. And I think next week is a pretty big release week. Now, apparently, 5-star baseball got moved. I know that was supposed to be next Wednesday. That got moved. But we are still going to have Flawless Collegiate Football, and I believe we have some more Archives Signature Series. This one is retired players as opposed to the active player edition. What else? There's Illusions Football comes out Wednesday, and I want to say there's another something or another. And we also have Minor League Heritage that comes out Friday, and I forgot all about it. I forgot all about it. So it hasn't been listed at all because, yeah, I didn't even remember it's coming. I actually found an email today from my rep saying, oh, hey, I just charged you XYZ amount of money for your, your Heritage Minor League, and we're shipping it out of Dallas, so you'll have it on Friday. And I'm thinking, oh, all right, well, I didn't see that message, and I didn't remember I was getting it, so there you go. Always good when extra things show up. All right. We are looking for, of course, one little box of cards inside each of our big lacquered cigar boxes here. And each box should have a booklet in it. I mean, that's how it's been tracking. So I expect that we'll find a booklet in pretty much all of our boxes here. Oh, Raylyn, you're out of here. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Well, see you later for that, Raylyn. And thanks for jumping in here tonight. Marty, you are already wishing everybody luck for everything except all the Acunas that you're going to pull. So you're feeling lucky tonight. I think we can do it, right? Mike, you are looking for, tell me what team you have, Mike. Once I have stuff out and open, I don't switch off of the camera view here, which for some reason the lighting is weird tonight, isn't it? Why is everything so dark tonight on here? I don't know. That's strange. I keep trying to move it around to see why it's dark, but I can't figure it out. But what I can do, Mike, is tell you who I have on there. And guys, it's always possible that I could have made a cut and paste error because sometimes I forget to clear my clipboard, and so that definitely has happened from time to time. For the Cubs in here, I show it as Specialized 0123. And Mike, is that your team or is that not your team? Have I made a cut and paste error? Before we move forward, I'm going to wait for Mike to come and answer that for me. And I will also, while I'm at it, I guess I better go make sure that last little team or two got paid. So let me wander over there and do that while we're waiting to hear this answer come back. So Mike, that is not you. Okay, so then let's go in here and find out what I have managed to do for that, huh? It sounds like I have made some sort of a cut and paste error here. So let me see if I can determine what is going on with that as well. And the team that you are asking me about is the Cubs, right? So let me go pull that up. Guys, bear with me for a second because I do want to get this right for him. And it sounds like I forgot maybe to clear a clipboard on something and pasted something in the wrong spot. So just give me a second while I try to get that rectified, okay, guys? Yeah, Josh, we have you in there for the right spot. You're definitely in there for the Diamondbacks. There's no issue with you. You were on that spreadsheet correctly. Right now, I'm just waiting for eBay, which is just going in a big circle while I'm trying to search and find the answer for this, and eBay just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Circling and circling and circling. All right, so we want to find the Cubs. All right, I apologize, guys, that you're having to wait on me here. I obviously don't intend to make spreadsheet errors, but when I do, I need to get them sorted out. Yes, Marty, you're in there for the Braves. Again, guys, I think the spreadsheet is fine. It sounds like maybe I made one cut and paste error, but the majority of these are going to be fine. I just have one thing here that I'm trying to figure out. It sounds like somebody says I did perhaps mess them up, so I'm going back to take a look at that. And also, I don't ship from this, okay? I don't ship from this spreadsheet. I ship only from the eBay invoices. So yeah, this is correct, guys. The Cubs is specialized 0123, which is exactly what I have on the spreadsheet. So, and yeah, Mike, that says that that is your username. So you said it wasn't your username, but it says on eBay that that is your username. So, I don't really know why you're thinking it's not your username, but eBay says that it is. So I don't know, Mike, but it's your name and that's the username that's on there. And that's also what is on the spreadsheet. So it is actually on there correctly. And I'm not sure where the confusion is, but you might just double check your eBay info, man. Maybe you've been under a different account than you normally use or something. Addison Russell to 99 for the Cubbies, who's going to be riding the pine for a while after being suspended for potential domestic violence. Mookie Betts to 99 for the Boston Red Sox. For the New York Yankees, it is Reggie Jackson to 99. Roy Campanella. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. That is numbered to 5. And, of course, for the Dodgers. And that is really pretty cool. I like that a lot. Mitch Garver to 99. Minnesota Twins. Then we have J.P. Crawford to 49. Philadelphia Phillies. Ooh, I see a nice patch coming. And I believe, oh yeah, it's your Diamondbacks, Joshua. We have Jimmy Sherfy to 99 with actually a really nice 3-color patch in there. And, of course, your hard-signed autograph. And you know what I just realized? It's got to be where I have the focus set because I don't know why the lighting is so weird, but we're going to change something here because it's really bothering me. And I imagine it's like looking dark for you too. So we're just going to change it up. I'm just resetting it here and I'm going to see if that does us any favors. Is that better when we look at it up close? Maybe a little. So anyway, there is Jimmy Sherfy for the Diamondbacks with a nice patch there for Joshua. Victor Robles, that is nice for the Nats to 99. I know, Marty, that is like crazy that that's the Cub that we pull out. I mean, of all the possible Cubs, you know, we got to pull that one. Our booklet, debut to 99. You can see it's not exactly lined up. It was out of the pack a little wonky, but I'm sure when I get it put in a top loader or sleeve, whatever, it'll straighten itself back out. And that is a nice Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. Our booklet out of this case. A box, rather. Marty says that there's a J.P. Crawford in every box. You know what? Just in general, there have been a pretty good number of Phillies. Has been my experience with this, at least out of the first case. There's a nice Mike Trout relic to 99, piece of the baseball bat. Game Gear Manny Machado relic to 99, Baltimore Orioles. Behind that is Game Gear Ricky Henderson to 99, Oakland A's. And Harmon Killebrew. We pulled one of these last night, too, numbered to 25. That it was a single relic last night. This, of course, is a double relic, but managed to get a pinstripe in there again. So a Harmon Killebrew for the Twins. I don't know. Something about this is just not right tonight. You know what I mean? Like the lighting is weird. Something is just... And it's in the same spot it's always in. So what is the deal? I don't know. Arizona Diamondbacks with another hit. Anthony Banda to 99. So that makes Joshua happy because he says he only bought him for $22. So I'm sure he's covered his bid by now. Minnesota Twins with Felix Jorge, $2.99. Next up, I must have the wrong sleeve because that wasn't cooperating with me. That one did. I'm just gonna, somehow or another, I mix my sleeves up every night. When I take them off the table, I mix the regular ones in with the thick ones. I don't know what, I need to do that differently. Francisco Lindor to 20. Relic and signature for the Indians. Next out, we have a cut signature Ralph Houck to 10. And that is a Yankee, right? Not a Met. That's a Yankee, I believe. I will have to double check because it just says New York on it. So I will double check it before it goes out the door. But I think he is a Yankee. I believe he is. But we'll double check it. If I could manage to get the, did I not cut one of the seals? That's, I guess, why I can't get the lid off. If I didn't manage to quite cut the seal all the way through, that would do it, wouldn't it? That might prevent me from getting the lid off. Of course, we had the redemption out of that last one, too. You saw me lay that one down there. And, of course, we will flip that at the end of the break. There's the man that you're looking for if you have the Angels. It's Shohei Ohtani to 99. We wanted that to be signed, but at least he's made an appearance, so luck is on our side. Numbered to 99, Mitch Garver and the Twins. I see some George Brett relic coming up. Not some, a George Brett relic coming up to 99 for the Kansas City Royals. Behind that, we have numbered to 99, Walter Alston for the Dodgers. Marty says, where are all of his Braves? He is not feeling happy because he has not seen any Braves yet. Well, I don't know, Marty. Let's try to get it working for you. Andrew Benintendi for the Red Sox, and that is numbered to 99. Tomas is out for the Mets, numbered to 99. We find Tomas a lot, too, actually. Alex Verdugo, that's nice. I like that a lot. That, of course, for the Dodgers. And it is numbered to 15. We do have some imperfections up here, particularly noticeable in that upper right corner. You can see a little bit of the chipping up there. It's not anything, you know, terrible, but it's certainly not perfect either. Next out, Clint Frazier, Yankees, numbered to 99. And our booklet here, Legends Materials for the Tigers. It's Sam Crawford to 10. Like, how old is that, right? How many years has that wood survived? Like, a long time. So the Tigers get involved there. All right, come on, lid. Come off of here. We got to try to find something for Marty and the Braves because he's not having a good run of luck right now. So we've got to try to get him on track too. And this is Chance Sisco for the Orioles to 99. There's something on your relic. It's probably just it looks like a thread of a different color. I'm sure it will probably come off. I'm not going to mess with it, though. You know what they say about pulling on threads. So I'll leave it there, and you can pull on it when you get it. Actually, I think you probably just brush it off, I imagine. Numbered to 25, it is Nick Williams. Nice patch on the one side for the Philadelphia Phillies. Behind that, numbered to 25, we have a red, white, and blue A-Rod relic for the Rangers. How about that? You don't see a lot of A-Rod Rangers. Not too terribly many. Stan Musial to 99, Cardinals. This is numbered to 99, Dontrelle Willis, and this is a throwback to when the Miami Marlins were called the Florida Marlins, but it's a Marlin nonetheless. Edgar Martinez, numbered to 10. That's nice for the Mariners. Tomas Nido comes out again, and that relic I really like. It's numbered to 99 as well, but your relic on that one I think is superior to the relic we saw on the first Nido. If you have the Yankees, you're happy now. There is Andujar to 49. Another very nice relic, hard-signed auto. That's the rookie I'm sure you were looking for if you happen to have the Yankees tonight. We have a quad signatures booklet of Ian Happ, Zagunas, Schwarber, and Almora Jr. numbered to 10. Cubbies. That's pretty sweet, right? I mean, like, of course, where's Chris Bryant? I would like to have had Chris Bryant on there. But still, if you've got the Cubs, that's, I mean, that's solid. That is nice for the Cubbies. Now let's flip over our redemption. We'll see where that goes. And after we check that out, of course, we will go to the website and see what it's going to be numbered to. It will not give us the team on there. We learned this the hard way last night, but we're probably going to know the team. If we don't, we'll look it up. All right, so here we go, guys. The last card out is Ryan McMahon, which is going to be a Rocky, a Colorado Rocky. What we need to find, of course, is what he is numbered to. So we're going to go to the Panini website and check that out. Our card set here is Players Collection Signatures. So I'm going to bring you along with. We're going to roll over here and see what info it gives us about the Ryan McMahon here tonight. And I am sorry that we didn't have better luck for you, Marty, because you know what? We normally do have pretty good luck for you with your Braves. And it's unusual that we didn't have good luck for you tonight. But I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know that's no fun. Players Collection Signatures is what we're looking for. Did I just go right past it? Yes, I did. And it is card number 15, and he is numbered to 99, Mr. Ryan McMahon. Let me get him numbered up here to 99, and then we're going to flip this over and do our recap. Okay, so here we go, guys. Rockies, Ryan McMahon to 99 on our redemption. We have the nice quad booklet to 10 for the Cubbies, which, I don't know, why wouldn't they put Chris Bryant on that, though, right? Andujar for the Yankees to 49. Nido for the Mets, upper right corner, not perfect, but the relic is really nice on that one. And then for the Mariners, we had the Martinez. The Marlins have Dontrelle Willis. Cardinals with Stan Musial. Well, come on up off of there. And A-Rod as a Ranger. Nick Williams for the Phillies. Chance Sisco for the Orioles. Let me get those set over here into their little proper sorting area, and then we'll look at our next pile up. Walter Alston for the Dodgers, Jimmy Sherfy for the D-backs, J.P. Crawford Phillies, Mitch Garver Twins, Roy Campanella for the Dodgers, Reggie Jackson for the Yankees, Mookie Betts, Red Sox, Addison Russell, Cubbies. Our booklet here was Sam Crawford for the Tigers to 10. And then we have Alex Verdugo, which I like that quite a bit. That's a nice hit for the Dodgers relic. And, of course, always good to hit Verdugo, I think. George Brett for the Royals. There is Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. Indians with Francisco Lindor. Harmon Killebrew coming out for the Twins. Ricky Henderson, A's. Manny Machado, Orioles. Mike Trout, Angels. Victor Robles, Nationals. And our final stack to recap here is Clint Frazier for the Yankees. Tomas again for the Mets. Benintendi for the Red Sox. Mitch Garver for the Twins. Ralph Hoke I believe that's Yankees. I'm going to double check that. In fact, let's set that up there right now. We're going to do it here in just a second. Jorge for the Twins, Banda for the D-backs, and a debut booklet for Ahmed Rosario and the Mets. I'm pretty sure that Ralph Houck is a Yankee, but rather than be pretty sure, I'm going to be 100% sure, which I would look it up before I shipped it anyway, but let's just look it up right now. And then that way it'll be resolved before we move on to Spectra. How do you spell that? H-O-U-K. Okay, let me fix that. Ralph. All right, Ralph, come on up here. Let's get Ralph's info. I think I'm like almost certain it's the Yankees, but yeah, it was all Yankees. He was an all Yankee kind of guy. So for sure then it is the Yankees on our cut signature booklet. Okay, so NT baseball in the books. We are headed into Spectra football. Let me get our spreadsheet up for that. We'll take a look and see if we've got everybody ready to rock and roll on this one. So you probably saw this a minute ago. If you did not, I am projecting Monday or sooner for National Treasures that we just finished in Spectra that we are getting ready to do. If you get skunked in either one of those breaks because they are paid shipping breaks, your consolation cards are going to go out with the rest of the break. The program that we opened earlier, if you got skunked in that break, normally I would hang on to your consolation cards and ship them out the next time that you have a package going because it is a free shipping break. But if you don't want to wait and you would like it sent immediately, all you need to do is drop me a message in eBay and I will gladly take care of that for you. And the program, the free shipping break, projected to get out the door on or before Wednesday. Most likely before because it's just one item and it's easy to do. 8 boxes of 2018 Spectra Football, full case break number 5. Also ended tonight, the 27th of September. And of course, our team names are there on the left. Winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. This is the last of the Spectra, so it is, we're waving goodbye to Spectra after tonight. Chad, you're in for Opulence. Awesome, man. If you sent me a message, then I will get that and respond to that. And get you plugged into the Opulence break. And we're really, we're close, guys, to being able to get that broken. What were we, like 7 spots away? And depending on Chad, if you took one, we're at least 6. If Chad took more than one, we might be less than 6 left to go. So we've got a dent in it. Hopefully we can fill up those last couple of spots here in the next day or so and get that one on out the door. And of course, if you weren't signed on at the beginning of the break, I did open up for Flawless Collegiate, which comes out on Wednesday. So we're going to do a random team break of that. I'll add a Saquon Barkley autographed jersey as our break bonus, which means that'll be given out by way of random.org to one team in the break. And that one is $85 a spot, all in, shipping included, etc. And that is for a case of Flawless Collegiate. It comes out on Wednesday. So if anybody wants in that, once again, you can send me a message directly to eBay, or you can also send me a message to leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com. Because we're trying not to talk money stuff too much on eBay messages these days because eBay's getting a little testy about that. Yeah, they are. And they're sending me nasty little pop-up notices that say, hey, we'll start charging you final value fees for stuff you're discussing in our messages if you don't, sell it on eBay. So, and apparently they don't even have to know for sure that you sold it. Just like if they think there's a reasonable possibility that you did, they'll just whap you with 10% of whatever dollar amount was listed in the message. So that's kind of crazy. All right, we have a base card here, of course, for Kareem Hunt /99 Kansas City Chiefs. Our next Base card is the scope pattern. It's the 49ers, Richard Sherman, 230. Cedric Wilson Jr. to 75, Cowboys. And there, speaking of the devil, there is Jared Goff to 99 for the Rams. Our die cut is the Steelers, and that is Mr. Holdout himself, Le'Veon Bell to 35. Yeah, Nicholas, I really don't want to do a Facebook account necessarily. I mean, I'm going to have a website up eventually. And, you know, maybe I'll set it up as a Facebook thing at some point. But, yeah, for the most part, I don't really do a lot of the Facebook stuff. I mean, I used to, but I don't know. I'd rather do it through the website. And until that's up and running, I think I'm probably just going to do it kind of like we are until I get the website up. But I don't know. I might find time to do the Facebook somewhere along the way. Saquon Barkley for the Giants, and that was numbered to 99. A little bit of imperfection on your corners. Again, we're going to find that kind of here and there throughout. I don't think any of it will be major, but we're going to probably see minor imperfections on the vast majority of these somewhere along the way. Deshaun Hamilton to 199, Broncos. Geno Adkins for the Bengals to 199. Nicholas, how you been, man? By the way, I haven't seen you in here in a while. Have you been good? Have you been keeping busy? Falcons and Panthers, rivals. Those are nice looking relics on both counts. And what is the number on this? Is it not on? Where did I? Because I missed it. Duh. It's number 1 of 2. That's why they're such nice relics. We're going to set it aside because it's probably going to end up going to random unless the same person owns both teams. Joey Bosa to 199, Chargers. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson to 5. Little imperfections I notice particularly right there on that upper left, but you've got an equal amount probably on lower right, a little over there too. So all 4 of your back edges and corners are imperfect, but still nice Lamar Jackson relic, and numbered to 5 is nothing to be bummed out about for sure. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills to 75. So now that Josh Rosen is added to the quartet, I guess what? Well, I guess everybody but Lamar Jackson out of our first round quarterbacks will be taking the field as the starter this upcoming week, right? I think so. Jair Alexander, little imperfection down there, lower right. That is the Packers. He's very close to a Jamon Moore signature, but yet we do have an A sort of built in, so we kind of got 2 initials out of him. Marquise Lee to 199 for the Jags. You've been doing well with your Spectra case breaks. Well, good, man. Spectra usually puts out some nice stuff, so it's one of the brands that I personally like a lot. It's numbered to 249, Ito Smith and the Falcons. Leighton Vander Esch for the Cowboys to 50. I like the fact that, you know, Spectra has the nice thick cards. It's got lots of good patterns and color and design. It's, you know, I just like that it's a little different than our traditional cards, I guess. So I look forward to Spectra in all of the sports. Of course, in baseball, we can only find it as part of Chronicles, but it's freestanding in football and freestanding in basketball, of course. Corey, what's happening, Corey? So, oh, you got bad news. What did they tell you? Oh, well, but you do have a couple of options other than surgery. Okay, well, see, that's kind of good news. I mean, it's not great news, maybe, but it's kind of good news. I think, I hope. Corey, the Yankees NNT tonight, they got a cut signature. They got an Andahar, nice relic, low number, a Clint Frazier, and oh, I don't know if there was anything else or not, Corey. I can't remember for sure if there was anything else or not. Nicholas, you're putting together a base set of Spectra with the variations. Oh, that's cool, man. Are you doing it from the breaks that you're in, or you're picking them up on eBay? To 99, Demarius Thomas. Seahawks to 99, Sean Alexander. The Bears with Brian Urlacher to 75. A die cut for the Steelers with Antonio Brown to 35. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that AB has a black jersey and a white jersey variation in the base. I hadn't even noticed that. Isn't that's interesting? I guess it just escaped my attention on the base. I didn't even, compare them side by side or anything. It's numbered to 30, Rashad Penny and the Seahawks. Well, that's assuming I pulled both versions, which maybe I didn't. I don't know. Tim's here. Hi, Tim. Rob Gronkowski, that is numbered to 99 for the Patriots. And yeah, Corey, for sure. You got a great deal last night on the Yankees. In general, the case last night went much lower than I would have expected and much lower than normal. Tonight was definitely more in line with the way it would typically end for an NT baseball case. Cortland Sutton and Royce Freeman for the Broncos. Charles Woodson and the Packers, that is numbered to 99. Oh, Nicholas, you said the variation is the one we just pulled of AB. Well, that's cool. And see, I learned something new about that tonight. Numbered to 99, we have a dual relic, and it is Saquon Barkley and Ezekiel Elliott. So Giants and Cowboys in play there. We'll set it aside. Probably have to use random.org to get it sorted out towards the end of the break. Kalen Ballage to 50. Nice relic. Scope pattern. Dolphins. T.Y. Hilton to 99 for the Colts. So, Corey, did you see the email that I sent you today? I sent it to both of your email addresses, so you should have gotten it, but I sent it from my Gmail address, not from the email address I use for PayPal, which is that old AOL one that I use for PayPal. Demarius Thomas to 199, because I never wanted to change it. But the Gmail address, I sent you a couple of messages today from there, so hopefully you saw those, because it's about opulence and such. Ito Smith to 50, Falcons. Naheem Hines to 249, got a bad lower left corner that I see offhand. That is the Colts. It's a pretty nice looking patch there, actually. It's nicely spaced even, which is not always the case depending on how they insert those patches in the cards. Numbered to 60, Christian Kirk and the Arizona Cardinals scope pattern. Pittsburgh Steelers, that is numbered to 99, and it's Terrell Edmonds scope pattern. He had a nice play in our recent game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nice little interception for Terrell. Oh, you're going to have to do rehab. Yeah, I do think that rehab is definitely going to be easier on you than back surgery. That's for sure. But, rehab is probably really, frankly, never like what anybody'd call fun, because they're always moving you around in ways that are, not pleasant. But it is ultimately, I think, a better outcome than having to do back surgery. My grandfather had back surgery a long time ago. He's been deceased for a number of years, but when he was still living, he had a back surgery, and man, it was so hard to recover from. Nicholas, you got a Rudolph RPA to 25 and a Ryan Shazier 1 of 1. Sweet. I like those plans. Oh, yeah, for sure, Corey. I don't blame you one little bit. I wanted to make sure that you saw all the information, though, that you knew what was going on with it. We didn't switch it. It's still a hits draft, all that jazz. So I just wanted to make sure that you got those messages, because I know you had sent me some on eBay, so I wasn't sure if you had seen it, and I just wanted to make sure. Jerick McKinnon to 99 for the 49ers. For the Rams, it's Marshall Faulk to 99. The Raiders, Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, 75. A Scope Saquon Barkley to 99 for the Giants. Here comes our dual relic. It's to 199 Rivals, and that is Gesicki and Alexander. That is Bills and Dolphins. We have another rivalry here to 199, and that is Kyle Lauletta and Mike White, Cowboys and Giants. Steelers, AB to 99 with the man Antonio Brown. Whoops, I left our die cut over there a while ago. Jimmy G, 49ers, die cut to 35. Poor guy. Tore his ACL, out for the year. 49ers are just snake bit, man. I don't know what they're going to do. They've only got CJ Beathard, so not like they had a big, deep backup bench of quarterbacks. Andrew Luck to 199. Colts. To 15, Ito Smith and the Falcons. I see a redemption, so we'll set that aside. We always save those and flip them over at the very end of the night. Jaleel Scott to 75 for the Ravens. Michael Gallup, 99 for the boys. The major rad player, I will break Opulence as soon as I can get it filled, basically. We would break it the very next day after it gets filled and paid. I've got one person who still hasn't paid who's got spots reserved. That's to 199 for the Lions, who I haven't yet heard back from on email, but it may have ended up going to his spam. So if I haven't heard from him by tomorrow, I will jump into eBay messages and give him a heads up. Roquan Smith and the Bears, that is numbered to 10. Nice low hit for the Bears. And then, of course, one of the other spots moved tonight. So we were 7 away. Depending on how many he wanted from tonight, we're either 6 away or possibly fewer. But he's going to take at least one, so somewhere in there. But I don't know if he's, I'm assuming he's one spot. Maybe it'll be more. I don't know. Sam Darnold to 25. Neon Pink Ink. Jets. Nice hit with Darnold. So it really, we're no worse off than being 6 spots away. We're potentially better than that, but somewhere in that neighborhood. But really, the major rad, I'm open to breaking it whenever we get it filled. Or if there's some particular time that the rest of you say, hey, I'd rather break it in the afternoon than the evening, that's fine. If you'd rather do it on the weekend than through the week, I mean, I'm flexible about when we do it. I just usually try to do it pretty quickly after it fills. Obviously, in the case of the Flawless Collegiate that I was speaking about earlier, that would be a release day break because it comes out on Wednesday. That's assuming that we get Flawless Collegiate filled and sold and paid by then. Oh, Nicholas, you said they brought Landry out for a tryout. I wondered if they would, because there aren't a lot of quarterback options on the market right now, of course, except Kaepernick, and he's been there before, so I don't know that they would necessarily bring him back. Calvin Ridley to 30, Scope Pattern Falcons. Then we have for the Saints, Alvin Kamara to 75. A second redemption. A third redemption. We got quite a little stack of those now suddenly. We went from 1 to 3, and we're about to go to 4. For the Broncos, John Elway to 99. There comes the fourth one. Deshaun Watson to 199. That is the Texans. So the major rad player, are you interested in picking up some of those spots so we can get Opulence filled up? Or yes, no, maybe? UNCC, you're looking for some Panthers, and Deathstalker is asking me if there have been any good Panthers yet. That's to 99 Cowboys. Not really much from the Panthers yet. No, we're still working on that. Michael Gallup to 2. Oh, that's nice for the Cowboys. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I like those relics. Very nice for the Cowboys and Michael Gallup, numbered to 2. Numbered to 50, it is Vinny Testaverde and the Jets. Then we have Cortland Sutton, numbered to 99. Definitely an imperfection you can see down there in that lower right, where there's, I don't know exactly what that is. Paper's a little like chipped, maybe a little slightly wrinkled or something. It's definitely an imperfection, not anything that's probably going to cause you to, go off a bridge or anything, but it's not perfect. And that was Cortland Sutton. Here is Carlton Davis to 149, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, the major rad player, it does not have to be Saturday night. As I said, we're pretty flexible on that, and we are at this point in time 6, potentially less, but right now roughly 6 spots away. That's assuming the other person sees their email and gets their originally reserved spots paid. That is to 75, Jacoby Brissett. And then, of course, the person tonight that sent me an email, I'm assuming wanted 1 spot. So if we can get the rest of them sold, we could break it tomorrow. Or, we can hold it till Sunday. I'm fine either way. To 35, it's Sammy Watkins and the Kansas City Chiefs. DJ Chark to 99, Jacksonville. Then we have Bradley Chubb and Nick Chubb. Numbered to 2. Both the Chubbs. Bronco and Browns. Oh, we were so close. So close to part of the... But that looks like a Dolphins relic, doesn't it? How is that part of the Broncos uniform? Does that not look like a Dolphins relic to you? And how is that part of the Browns uniform? Like, those don't look like the relics that go with this card to me. Do they to you? That looks like a Dolphin, and that looks like a Raven. That does not look like a Brown and a Bronco to me. So, whatever the case, I like the relics, but they don't really seem to match up to me. Am I crazy? Am I the only one that thinks they don't match up? I mean, those are not the right relics. I'm like pretty certain that's a Dolphin and a Raven relic with a Bronco and a Browns player. So, yeah. See, Michael, you agree with me too. You say it's the wrong relics. Yeah, I'm like, I looked at that and I'm like, oh, it's part of the Dolphins. And wait, our player is a Bronco. Daggone, Panini. Now, I will say I've seen a lot of weird things, but I have never seen that before. And not just one of them wrong, both of them wrong. That's got to be, I'm with you, Deathstalker, that's got to be a mistake. They just inserted the wrong relics in those cards. That's crazy, right? Yeah, Tim's like, man, I have the Ravens and the Dolphins tonight. I went in on the random. Yeah, sadly, the random will just be between the Broncos and the Browns, but whoever gets it, I mean, maybe that makes it worth more, does it? Maybe? Numbered to 2 and you have the completely wrong teams on your patches. Maybe that increases the value. I don't know. But anyway, the major rad player, if you want in on Opulence and you can help us get that over the finish line and filled up, we will break it around your schedule. How about that? Numbered to 20, it is Josh Gordon and the Browns. This is going to be low numbered for the Bills. It is LaShawn McCoy to 10. Next up is Bradley Chubb to 75. Okay, I will definitely send you an email, the Major Rad, and look for it to come. You know, I had been using the AOL email, which is what I use for PayPal. That's to 35 Josh Gordon. But I'm going to send it to you from my Gmail account, which is leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com. So just check your inbox for it later tonight after the break. And if you don't see it, check spam. But that's where it'll be coming from. To 99, Mike White and the Cowboys. Juju Smith-Schuster to 99 and the Steelers. Then we have numbered to 75, Matt Stafford and Kerryon Johnson for the Lions. Kerryon Johnson has been playing well. I think he may yet have a breakout game before we get out of the season. Nelson Aguilar, 99, Eagles. So, Deathstalker, you say that I didn't even think about that because that card is numbered to 2. That's an excellent point, Deathstalker. We're talking about this one where they put the wrong team patches in there. I mean, that's Dolphins, and I'm pretty sure that's Ravens. It's definitely not Broncos and Browns. So if the other version of that card, Deathstalker is saying if the other version does have the correct relics and this one is the only one with the incorrect relics, then the value of that one just probably increased exponentially. Jamon Moore to 99, Packers. So I'll be interested to see if the other one is correct or incorrect. That's an excellent point. To 199, Deshaun Hamilton and the Broncos. Jabril Peppers to 99 for the Browns. Then we have Jamon Moore to 299 for the Packers with his lovely plain J signature, although he gave us a little extra something right there than we normally get. Jason, it has to do something with the latency. I don't know, but it doesn't rewind. That comes up periodically, and it has something to do with the latency settings, and that's about as much as I can tell you about it. That is Kareem Hunt, Kansas City Chiefs to 99. Denzel Ward has been good for the Browns to 149. Scott, we left it as a hits break, a hits draft, the way that we originally had it set up. And right now there are roughly 6 spots left, and that, again, is predicated on the fact that someone who has 3 of those spots reserved, turns around and gets them paid for and everything. There is a nice purple signature to 50, Michael Gallup. And Dalvin Cook to 25 for the Vikings. So, Scott, right now, 6, assuming, as I said, that those other one guy's got, I think, 3 spots reserved, and I haven't heard from him the last message I sent. So he may not have seen it yet, or it may be in spam or whatever. But assuming he's still in and he gets his paid, and assuming the person tonight wanted only 1, we would have 6 left. If the other person who's jumping in from tonight wanted more than that, we would have less left, obviously. And if the person who has 3 reserved didn't pay, we would suddenly have more left. But I expect he just hadn't seen the messages. Jason, I do not remember if that is the first Packers hit. I don't really think that it is, but of course we recap it at the end of the break, so we'll go through them all again at that point. Jacoby Brissett to 99. Then we have a die-cut Christian Kirk to 35 for the Cardinals. Scott, the hits draft. Okay, I'll try to explain that in a way that makes better sense. But let me look through the rest of these packs of cards, and then I'll try to explain it in a way that makes better sense. Tyreek Hill to 199, Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, well, let's explain. I can explain it like this. Let's say this is our box of opulence, okay? And there were 5 cards there, and I sold 5 bidding positions. We would look at all 5 cards, and you would know what they were. then I would use random.org and take the 5 bidders to give them a draft order. So if you were the first person to choose, you could look at those 5 cards and say, I want this one for the Titans. And that is Corey Davis to 99. If you were the second person, you would have 4 cards left to choose from, and you would take your choice. If you were the 5th and final person, you would just take the card that was left. Does that make sense? Traquan Smith to 299 for the Saints. So basically a hits draft is just exactly that. It's like drafting a team, except you're drafting a card. Out of all the possible hits, you pick the one that you want out of whatever is remaining when your draft position comes up. To 99, it's Christian Kirk and the Cardinals. Shaquem Griffin to 149 for the Seahawks. And that way everybody gets something out of it, you know, because Opulence is a high expensive proposition. It's a high dollar product, right? And you don't, to me, this is Antonio Brown. That's a nice patch, by the way, for the Steelers. And it's numbered to 15, so it should be a nice patch. But to me, on the high dollar stuff like that, I mean, that case is selling for $3,500. I bought mine a little less because I pre-ordered it. So that's why our bid totals don't add up to $3,500. But to me, I would rather on a high-end product do it like that. And then you're guaranteed to get a card. Now, where you're drafted, you know, you won't know until random determines, but you know you're not going to walk away empty-handed. Whereas if you did a random team break, you could be buying in and walk away with nothing. So, Tony Gonzalez to 10 for the Chiefs. This is for the Dolphins. It's to 75, and it's Danny Amendola. DJ Chark to 199 for the Jags. New product, not for, you mean Wednesday? I mean, there's nothing else coming this week except for Heritage Minor League Baseball. This is numbered to 15, Andy Dalton die cut for the Bengals. Pat Mahomes, who has been the man of the year so far, to 99, Kansas City Chiefs. Your middle relic there is part of the football, by the way. Cortland Sutton to 99, Broncos. Now, we may have next week, I would have to look at the calendar, we might have either immaculate or impeccable basketball next week, but I'm not 100% sure of that. And I never know for certain anyway until Friday when Topps and Panini send out their updated release calendars. Michael Thomas and the Saints. So by tomorrow evening, we should know for sure what is staying on Wednesday versus anything that might be moving to another date. But that's the only thing I can think of that might be coming up, would either be impeccable or immaculate. Numbered to 50, that is Jonathan Ogden. That's kind of cool. We don't get a lot of the Hall of Fame signatures in here, so that's kind of cool. If you got the Ravens, which I think Tim said he has them tonight, right? I think that was Tim that said he had the Ravens. Yeah, I don't remember if it was immaculate or impeccable, and I'm not even 100% sure that that's Wednesday, but I think it might be. I think Illusions Football is Wednesday. I know Flawless Collegiate Football is Wednesday. I think it is Archive Signature Retired Players. All this for Wednesday. And maybe it might be Impeccable Basketball, but again, I'm not 100% sure about that. So, Opulence is $135 a spot, buying in, and again, the hits draft. To 35, Todd Gurley, die cut Rams. For the Bears, it's Mitch Trubisky to 99. Oh, we have another little die cut. This one's going to be a nice low-numbered Odell Beckham Jr. to 5. And yeah, if, I don't know if he's still on here or not, but if Corey's still on here, he can give you an idea of some of the kind of stuff that's coming out of Opulence. And actually, the Major Rad player can too, because they've both done some breaks of it already. to 99, Dalvin Cook for the Vikings. Sam Darnold to 50 for the Jets. Oh, that's nice. Those are actually very nice patches for the Jets. Better patches than you normally seem to get for the Jets for whatever reason. Michael Gallup coming out for the boys to 199. Oh, that's all right, Scott. You can absolutely ask me all the questions you want. I mean, that's part of the reason we've got chat, right? I mean, that's so we can get it all answered along the way. It works fine for me. Derwin James and the Chargers to 199. Super Bowl champion Ray Lewis to 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. That's nice. I got stiffed on the Ravens in the last break of Spectra, and too bad it wasn't out of this break because I have a friend who would like that card. But no, out of the last break, of course, they would have paid me, right, if that had come out of the other break. But no, they stiffed me for $120. How about that? And somebody who had bid history, not with me, but with eBay and with other breakers and stuff. So you look at their feedback, and I made a calculated risk and said, oh, they'll probably be okay and whatever. Oh, no, man. Totally ghosted me and replied to no messages, sent no money. And, of course, didn't pull a nice Ray Lewis to 10 either, so. But oh well, it happens at least a few times a month where somebody does something like that. Karma will get them one of these days, though. Royce Freeman to 30 for the Broncos. Hayden Hurst and the Ravens to 99. Calvin Ridley and the Falcons to 99. Kerryon Johnson to 199, Lions, imperfect lower left. Oh, Scott, so you've watched a couple of them. All right, so you already have kind of an idea of what's coming out of Opulence then. I mean, it's a nice product. It's just, it's pricey. There's no question. That's to 199, Shaq Lawson and the Bills. But again, that's part of the reason that I prefer to do it as a hits draft, so you're going to get something for the money anyway. Sam Darnold to 99 for the Jets. Oh, and Scott, if you don't know this already, all of the base cards, including numbered base, anything that's not an autograph or a relic, I think there'll be about 9 of them in the case in total, will also be put together as a hit. So there's 21 autograph or relic hits, and then the 22nd hit will be all of the base cards. So that's why there are 22 draft positions. Deshaun Hamilton and the Broncos with a nice patch on that one. John Kelly and the Rams to 149. Which, hey, if anybody's watching the game and you want to enlighten me on the current score for the Rams-Vikings game, feel free. I wouldn't turn it down. You saw a Spectra break with 2 one-of-ones in the same box of the same guy. Wow, one was a Nike swoosh and one was a team logo. Wow. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Of course, our first case of this, we had 2 one-of-ones, but it was a Peyton Manning one-of-one autograph and a Baker Mayfield one-of-one relic, which was a swoosh and maybe a laundry tag or something. But obviously, 2 one-of-ones of the same guy is definitely redemptions. I mean, definitely, I was reading somebody else's comments. No, 2 one-of-ones of the same guy are not definitely redemptions. It's definitely unusual. And then Deathstalker was saying the redemptions are going to be crazy and giving me the score 38-28, which Michael did too. Thanks, guys. That is Jamison Crowder to 30 for the Redskins. The Vikings, Dalvin Cook to 99. Royce Freeman and the Broncos to 99. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What is everybody think these days about these crazy high-scoring football games? Has the entire league just stopped playing defense? Is it just all about a shootout every week now? To 75, Eli Manning and the Giants. Which, like, I'm fine if it is, but that just all the scores have been so high all season. To 99, that's Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers. A die cut for the Texans, Deshaun Watson to 25. Terrell Davis, the man we pulled on, whose autograph was on that Super Bowl program we pulled earlier tonight. This is numbered to 5. I mean, I think we've had pretty good stuff come out of those Super Bowl programs, but not just Super Bowl programs. I think 2 of them were. And the other one was, I don't remember what the other program was, but it wasn't, it was baseball, wasn't it? It was the World Series, I think. Yeah, because it was Yogi Berra. Josh Rosen to 99, Arizona Cardinals. Shaq Lawson and the Bills, 199. Then we have Bradley Chubb to 99, Broncos. Christian Kirk to 4 for the Cardinals. Nice relics on that one. Building blocks. For the Saints, Traquan Smith to 99. Denzel Ward coming out for the Browns. That is numbered to 99. Oh, so Jason, you don't have much faith in what our 4 redemptions are going to be, huh? Jason's already calling it. He's saying he doesn't like this case. I don't know. The redemptions sometimes can be pretty good. We had a couple of 1-of-1 redemptions recently out of here. To 199, it's Jair Alexander and the Packers. I think that's the second one for him. Mason Rudolph and the Steelers, 99. Kiki for the Texans to 75. And then, of course, the other thing that I think really, to me, the whole star of the night anyway, is this one with the wrong patches on it. Like, I'm loving that because I've never seen that before. I have never seen them put the complete wrong team patches in a relic before. So, and plus, it's numbered to only 2. So, to Deathstalker's point, if number 1, that one, or was this 1 of 2? Is this one 1 of 2 or 2 of 2? It's 1 of 2. So if number 2 of 2 has the correct team relics, then that makes both of them worth more. If they're both messed up, I don't know what that, maybe that makes them worth more, maybe it doesn't. But either way, to me, I think that's the most interesting part of the whole case is that. So, but we did hit a nice Sam Darnold to 25 and some other good things in here as well. And we don't know what our redemptions are. They might be good. Scott, you said you're starting to like football breaks, huh? Spectra is always fun. Always, always, always. Deathstalker says he thinks Tom Brady's going to be one of these redemptions. Well, let's find out. Okay, guys. First around, we have James Harrison, and it is a Super Bowl signature, which somebody said it would be a Super Bowl signature. It is neon pink. So it'll probably be numbered to about 25, but we'll go look it up shortly. That should be, of course, a Steeler. Hayden Hurst, rookie patch autographs. That will be a Raven. John Lynch, Illustrious Legends. I always want to say a team that I always want to say Broncos, and I don't know that that is right, but we'll look it up. And Bruce Matthews, Illustrious Legends, neon pink. Okay, let's head ourselves to the Panini website. I'm going to bring you first so that I don't forget to bring you, because sometimes I do forget to bring you along. So tonight, we know I remembered because I moved you first. Now let's get ourselves together here and find out what we can about our redemptions. What were we opening? Spectra. Okay, the first one, let's just go to Hayden Hurst, rookie patch autographs. Come on here. I'll get there eventually. Rookie neon, rookie this. Where is just rookie patch? Did I go past it? I did. Silly me. Card number 239. All right, so that is Ravens as we expected, and it is going to be numbered to 99. So let me get that labeled up here. We'll go next to our James Harrison Super Bowl signature. It is Super Bowl champion signatures neon pink. So we'll find out what that's going to be numbered to for my Pittsburgh Steelers. I think neon pink is going to be like 25-ish, but let's find out. Card number 10, Mr. James Harrison. And it is, in fact, numbered to 10. So lower than I thought for the Steelers, because I thought maybe 25. So you did even a little better. Of course, James Harrison, man, has just been running his mouth a lot about the Steelers lately. I kind of wish he would stop that, but I don't think he's going to. Illustrious Legends and John Lynch up next. I gotta go. Whoops. Well, I keep going right past it. Card number 17. Buccaneers to 99. See, I told you I'd get it wrong. I always know that I have it wrong, but then I can't remember like what the team is. For some reason, I always associate him with the Rams, and I don't know why, and I always kind of think I know that's wrong, but yeah. I can't ever remember Buccaneers. For whatever reason, it just doesn't stick in my head. So anyway, there we go. That's why we have our fun checklist here to help us out. Bruce Matthews is Illustrious Legends, but it's neon pink, so we got to change it up again. That is card number 5, and it is to 15. And, of course, the Houston Oilers are the current Titans. Cards always stay with their franchise. Houston Oilers became Tennessee Oilers, became Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans are a completely different franchise, an expansion franchise that came along way after that. So Oilers cards always go to the Titans, this one included. Scott, you're going to jump into the opulence break. All right, man. Awesome. If you would, can you shoot me a message either to that Gmail account or to eBay, and just all you have to do is just say you want in, or just say opulence or whatever. And if you're in eBay, don't say anything extra, but just like opulence. If you send it to the Gmail account, you can say whatever you want. And then I'll reply back to that, and I'll get it. I'll send you PayPal money requests and all that kind of jazz. All right. So let's recap. We have Bruce Matthews redemption for the Oilers, which goes to the Titans. It will be numbered to 15. For the Ravens to 99, it's Hayden Hurst. For the Steelers to 10, it's James Harrison, Super Bowl champions. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, John Lynch to 99. And Michael was like on it. Michael knew he was a Buccaneer, unlike me, who can never, ever, ever remember it. You know what I forgot to do? Before we finish the recap, we have to do these. Yeah, we do. Got a bunch of these to do. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to go look and see if somebody has both teams or only one team, right? You would have to obviously have them both to take it out right. If we have two different team owners, what will happen is I will enter the team on the top of the card first, the team on the bottom of the card second. Then I would hit random three different times. The first two do not count. It's the third and final random that is determinant as to who gets the card. So we're going to have to kind of do these one at a time. So this is the first one that's up. It's the Panthers and the Falcons. So let's get ourselves over to the spreadsheet first and see what we're looking at there. So our Panthers, Fishing J, and our Falcons, Poker PJ. So indeed, we've got two different team owners there. So we are going to head back over here. Guys, I always enter top to bottom or left to right. These cards are oriented top to bottom. So Panthers will go in first, Falcons second. Okay, and again, remember, only the third one counts. So ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There's our 3 times, our date and time stamp. It is headed to the Falcons. That is this card right here, just awarded by random to the Falcons. Of course, you know these are in sleeves. I would never, ever, ever write on your card. So consider this one recapped, awarded to the Falcons, numbered to 10. We'll next do this. This is Giants and Cowboys, and it will be typed in that order. So we're just going to rinse and repeat more or less what we just did. So our Giants down here, that is Poker PJ, and our Dallas Cowboys. Oh, that's really long. I'm just going to go with Hollenbeck, because that might say Kathleen, I don't know. We'll go with Hollenbeck. Anyway, it's 2 different people. That's the part that matters. That's the part we have to take action on, right? So, same scenario as we just did. Okay, you can ignore this first one, if I can even get it clicked on. What is it doing here? Hello, come on, go. Good grief. Here goes our second, which you can ignore. Here's our third and final. There you see 3 times, date, time stamp. That one headed to the Giants. So that is this card right here going to the Saquon Barkley Giants position on the card. Next up, Dolphins and Bills. So you know the drill by now. We're gonna go do it one more time. So our Dolphins, TV Golf, our Bills, Raceburg? Well, anyway, 2 different. Do you guys like that, that I can't pronounce the usernames any better than I can pronounce names in general? Does that give you some sense of relief to know that it carries over into other things? Dolphins and Bills. Oh, I just made a big typo. What? Good grief. I better start looking up there when I'm doing it, hadn't I? Okay, so same scenario. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Third and final coming up. 3 times, date and time stamp going to Buffalo Bills. This card right here. Buffalo Bills. All right, we are now looking at Cowboys and Giants again. We already looked at them once, so we know that there are 2 different team owners. So we can just go straight back to random for this one. We do not have to stop off at our spreadsheet first. So we're going to roll right on into here and go with Cowboys and Giants. Okay, ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. And it's going to the boys, the Cowboys. That's this little card right here. Now we have 1 left to do this way, and it's, you know what, it's my favorite card of the night because it's an error card, and it's a big ol' error. That's not like a little error, that's a big error. So it's the Broncos and the Browns, but with patches from the Dolphins and the Ravens. What the what? And it is numbered to 2, no less. So, oh, love that. All right, Broncos and Browns are in play here. So let's get ourselves over to our spreadsheet and see what's what. Denver Broncos, fast 0425, and the Cleveland Browns. Oh, look at that. We don't have to go to random. He takes it outright. You got to love that. You got to love that, because I've got to say, if it would break my heart for somebody to lose this one in a random. So same team owner for the Broncos and the Browns. He takes our handsome error card that is numbered to 2 outright. So love that. That's an excellent result. I always hate having to go to random because I've been on the losing side of it before in other people's breaks, and it's terrible. No one likes to lose in random. Edward, you are asking me about a schedule for the NBA. Are you speaking about Opulence by chance, or are you asking me about something different? Are you asking about that product or the one that we're breaking directly, or a different product? If you let me know, I will give you whatever answers I have. I may not have the answer. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Yeah, Deathstalker will probably never switch entirely off of eBay. I'm always going to have breaks on eBay, but I think the general idea is that once I get the website up and running, we'll probably start moving a percentage of them to the website. You know, ideally it would be something like ultimately maybe 50-50, 50% website, 50% eBay, but in the beginning, it'll probably be a lot less, you know, like maybe 90% eBay and 10% website, and we'll eventually, you know, work our way through to end up at more like a 50-50 split would be kind of the idea. Because, of course, you know, I can do a little better with you guys, too, and I don't have to factor in eBay fees. Then we can do everything as free shipping and, you know, lots of other, I can throw in extra things like I'm doing with the, you know, the break of Flawless Collegiate, adding the Saquon Barkley jersey. We can do more stuff like hits drafts and more random teams and things that are outside of stuff that I would want to try to explain to on eBay. We can do a lot more interesting things too. So when we get it all switched over, it'll be better. So Edward, Opulence, here's the deal. I have got approximately 5 spots left at this point. If Scott picks up one, somebody else tonight said they were interested in picking up one. That should leave us with around 5. Now, I say around 5 because there is someone who's got 3 spots reserved in there that I just invoiced out today, and I'm waiting to hear back from them, but they may not have seen the message yet, possibly, or their message could have been filtered to spam. So if I haven't heard back from them by tomorrow, then I'll probably have to send a message by eBay messages and make sure they're still in. Hopefully they are, since that accounts for 3 spots in there. And then that would leave us with about 5. And the Major Rad player says he might pick up some of those. So we are close to getting it filled, Edward. And it is, to answer your question, the Major Rad player, the Flawless break is $85 a spot. It's random teams. It's a case of Flawless Collegiate, and added to it is an autographed Saquon Barkley jersey, custom in the color of the Giants. Same as we did with that other, with Leaf Greatest Hits Football. I added a Saquon Barkley jersey with that. Same type of jersey. I bought it from the same distributor. So it will be $85 a team. This is, Edward, I'm talking about Flawless Collegiate with the Major Rad right now. I'll answer you about Opulence in just a second. So yeah, random teams, $85 per full case of Flawless Collegiate, Saquon Barkley jersey thrown in. Hoping, of course, that we will just get that sold and be able to break it on release day, which is Wednesday. So I'm hoping by opening it up tonight that gives us enough time to get that sold, and we can break it Wednesday afternoon or early evening or whatever. And if it sold through fast enough, I mean, I've got a few cases of that. We could do them all directly as far as that goes if they sold through fast enough, but I don't know if they will or not. So we'll just have to see how that rolls along. Now, Edward, you're asking about Opulence. So, guys, that wraps up the break and the recap for tonight. So I'm going to put up, Edward, if you'll hang with me for a second, I'm going to put all of the spreadsheet information up again for anybody who might have missed it with shipping dates and that sort of thing. And then on the back side of that, Edward, and the major rad, I will then put up the spreadsheet information again about both of those direct breaks. So if you guys can hang tight there for a couple of minutes, let me get through the shipping information and all that in case somebody missed this earlier out of our standard breaks, and then we can roll right into that and I can explain it to you in a little more detail. So once again, for the breaks that we did tonight, the paid shipping breaks, National Treasures Baseball and Spectra Football, should be out the door no later than Monday, which, believe it or not, is October the 1st, and possibly out the door sooner, but should be no later than Monday. And our Hit Parade Multisport Autograph Program out the door no later than Wednesday the 3rd. Free shipping breaks I generally do project out 6 to 7 days after an auction ends, although most of the time when it's memorabilia, it's out faster than that. But it just gives you a guideline. And of course, consolation cards. If you were in a break, any of the breaks tonight, and you were skunked, your team did not pull the item in the memorabilia break, or you didn't pull cards in the card breaks, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year and any series. If you were in one of the paid shipping breaks, your consolation cards will ship out with the rest of the break, along with any others that you might be due from past breaks that hadn't already shipped out. If you are in the free shipping break, I would typically hold your consolation card until the next time you have a package headed your way. I do track it for a rolling 90-day period. If you don't want to wait, you are in the free shipping break, you don't want to wait for your next package, just send me a message on eBay, let me know that. I will get it on the way to you ASAP. We are looking right now at breaks that are coming up in the next few days on eBay. So we've got a half case of football helmets tomorrow night, a half case of baseball jerseys, fourth and final case of XR football, and a second case of Bowman Chrome baseball. On Saturday, we've got a three-peat basketball box, 3 autographed memorabilia items in that, a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys, and then we've got 3 cases of things that these were all loose boxes, guys, that people gave me less than case quantity from the distributor. So we're going to, oh, look at that. I've got a typo in there. So we're going to break them in this quantity that I got them in. So we'll open 4 boxes of Luminaries baseball. That is equal to a third case. That's break number 5. Our others were done in half cases, but those were from sealed cases. These, again, 4 loose boxes to form the third case quantity. We'll do a half case of Bowman High Tech, 6 loose boxes, and 6 loose boxes of Trinity football to make our half case break of that. Also, Saturday night, we'll do a Topps Chrome football mixer. It's a 6-box mixer, 2 boxes from 2013, 2 from 2014, and 2 from 2015, all Topps Chrome football. Sunday night, we're going to start early, 9:30 instead of 10, which also means our auctions will be ending earlier than normal, too. So, what are we opening Sunday? A Hall of Fame multi-sport jersey, a half case of autographed basketball jerseys. Gold Rush just came out with their new series of autographed basketball jerseys. And we've not ever broken those in a half case quantity before, but I'm going to try it and we'll see how it goes. And if it goes well, we'll keep breaking in half case. If it doesn't, we'll go back to breaking them one at a time. Also, a Hit Parade autographed baseball bat and a half case of Heritage high number baseball on Sunday. Monday night, more mini helmets, a triple play baseball box, which has 3 autographed memorabilia items in it, a third case of National Treasures baseball, a third case of Bowman Chrome baseball. Tuesday night is Gold Rush Series 2 half case autographed baseball jerseys, a 6th case of High Tech full case, and a 4th case of Bowman Chrome. Now, on to the next things here. So this is what you were asking about the major rad. I just opened this up tonight. Random team break for 1 case of 2018 Flawless Collegiate Football. The break bonus is going to be an autographed Saquon Barkley jersey that will be awarded to 1 team using random.org. It's $85 per spot. Shipping costs are included. We'll break it on the release day, which is Wednesday the 3rd, or when we fill it, if it is not filled by Wednesday the 3rd, although certainly I would hope that it would be. And of course, in that break, if you pull nothing, you get nothing. No consolation cards in that one. And as with any break, it's a no return, no refund kind of scenario. Now then, to answer your question, Edward, here's the deal about Opulence. So we're going to open up a case of it, and it's a hits draft. So that means every bidding position is guaranteed to get something. So Edward, I'm going to try to explain it, and if it doesn't make sense or you have questions, just jump in here and let me know, and I'll take another pass at it, and we'll see if we can't make it make more sense. But basically it'll work like this. So I'll open the case of cards, and on the card, we'll look at everything that is in the case. So we'll take out, there's going to be 21 hits in there. That'll be autographs and relics. So we'll look at all 21 of our hits, and then we'll take all of the base cards and numbered base cards. We'll put those together in a kind of a stack, and that'll be basically our 22nd hit, okay? And from there, we'll randomize. We'll take our list of participants. We'll use random.org and randomize our participants, and that will be the draft order, okay? So, for instance, if you are in bid position number 1, after we randomize draft position number 1, then you would be able to take your pick of any of the cards that came out of that case. You'll already know what they are because we've already opened them and looked at them, and you just, say, hey, I want, whatever it is. I want that logo man of Charles Barkley, if we pulled that, for instance. And that would be yours. Now, let's say that instead you were in draft position number 10. Well, that would mean 9 cards would already be out of play because 9 people would have already chosen another card. But then all the other cards would be remaining, and you could choose the card you wanted out of the remaining cards. So it is a break where it's best, of course, if you are watching it live, because if you're not there watching it live to jump into chat and tell me which card you want, then of course that would mean, that I would be choosing your card for you. So that's why it's important that you watch it live, which is why I told the Major Rad player that if he said he couldn't do it Saturday night, so I said, hey, no problem, we can work around it. We could do it Sunday afternoon or whatever the case might be. So that is the way Opulence works. It's $135 a spot. Each spot gets you a single draft position. All in, shipping costs are included. We're going to break it when we fill it. If you pull nothing, you get nothing. No return, no refund item. I believe 2 more of these spots are going to be filled tonight with people that were in chat. So if that's correct, and that would leave us with, those 5 remaining. That is assuming that everybody you see listed 1 through 15 retains their spots. A couple people I'm waiting on to get payment from, but I'm assuming that they will retain their spots, and that's how that would work. So Edward, did that make sense to you? If it didn't, please let me know what questions you might have. The Major Rad player, this is random teams. So you've got 32 teams, of course, for the 32, NFL teams. So we got 32 bid positions in that one to represent our 32 teams. That, again, the Panini Flawless Collegiate Football, which comes out Wednesday. So, all right, so that's how that works. So, yeah, Edward, if you want into that, you can either send me a message through eBay messages, but if you do, please don't say anything about like money or whatever in eBay messages, because they're getting really testy about that lately. Just send something that says Opulence or whatever, and then I would pull up your email address and I would send you an email directly to that email address. Or you're welcome to send me an email saying whatever you want, but don't say anything mean to me. But generally speaking, whatever you want, to my email address, leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com. That is with an S, just like you see there on the screen right now. If you see it in chat there, leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com. So, did I say AOL.com a minute ago? It's not AOL, it's gmail.com. My PayPal email is AOL, but it's old as the hills, and I don't really check it for anything but PayPal payments. Edward, yes, the Collegiate Flawless, of course, different than Opulence. The Collegiate Flawless is a random team break. So there are 32 NFL teams, so there are 32 bid positions in that one. And what happens there is I take... Of course, we do this before we would open the case. We take the list of participants, I randomize those, then take the list of teams and randomize those, and then you match the two randomized lists up together. And that is how you determine who has what team in the random team break, which is the Flawless Collegiate. The Opulence break is the hits draft. That's the one where the only thing that has to be randomized is the list of participants, and then you're able to choose the card you want. Once we get to your draft position, you can choose from whatever cards are remaining the one that you want. The only person that wouldn't have a choice in the Opulence hits draft, of course, is the 22nd draft position, because by then the other 21 things would be off the board. But outside of that, everybody else would have a choice in the hits draft. Tim Bowers, you said you missed the Lamar Jackson patch. You mean you need me to show it to you again? The one that was in Spectra? Or you're saying you didn't see it the first time it went through? It was numbered to 5, I think. So did you need to see it again? Or you're just saying you didn't see it the first time it went through? I don't know which one you're telling me. So I will wait and see if Tim is still on here in case he does want to see it again. Yeah, as in, yeah, you want to see it again? Or yeah, as in, yeah, you're telling me that you didn't see it the first time? You have to be more expensive. You want to see it. Oh, Lord, I got to find it then. Okay, hang on. I have to sort through here and find it, Tim. Edward, you are quite welcome. And if you have any other questions, you are welcome to jump in there and ask at any time. Or again, you can send them to the Gmail address, and I will happily answer any additional questions that you might have as well. And Tim, I'm looking, I got to look through all these. I don't know which stack your Lamar Jackson is in, so you're going to have to bear with me while I locate it. And I can almost guarantee you by Murphy's Law that it will be in like the very last stack I pick up, because that's how that sort of thing always seems to work, isn't it? Like if you weren't looking for it, it would be the very first card you pick up. And if you are looking for it, it's like the very last card you pick up. Like, that's just the way it works always, isn't it? Pretty much always. Yeah. And we're getting there. We're getting there. So, yeah, so you didn't, I thought you were on here live the whole time, Tim. I didn't realize that you weren't, or I could have slowed down for you when we were going through in the recap. For some reason, I don't know why I thought you were on here the whole time. I lose track sometimes, don't I? I know. I get my head going in 100 different directions, and there you go. So, here we go. Oops, all right, hang on. Let me get the rest of these put back. There it is. There's your Lamar Jackson. And I've already changed the focus. Now you'll know why I hate autofocus, right? Because this happens. And it tries to zoom in and zoom out, and it can't catch its spot. There you go. Did it catch it? Not really. But anyway, that's exactly why I don't use autofocus in the breaks. I absolutely hate it. But I had already turned it back on because I thought we were done looking at the cards. But anyway, that is the Lamar Jackson right there. So, okay, guys, I guess that has me wrapped up for tonight. And gals, thank you, of course, as always, for joining me, spending part of your evening with me. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow night, or if not, sometime soon. I break most every night, so hopefully we'll see you again soon. Those of you who might be interested in Flawless Collegiate or Opulence, fire me off a message. Let's get you plugged in there. I want to get some of this stuff broken. I'm excited to get into Opulence. So it's been killing me that we haven't been able to get in there yet. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks again, all. Bye-bye now.